when I was 8 years old, um, I was in my house in Kinshasa, where with my dad, my mom, and then a group of people came to the house. Sorry. A group of people came to the house, and I was 8 years old, so I had no idea who they were. So it was Tantine Jocelyne, Tonton Jacob. That's how they introduced them to me. And they start shooting videos, and they came to dinner, and all that thing. They were here talking with my dad, so I was a kid. And they shot a little bit of the video for Siebois, I think. They shot a little bit in the streets of Kinshasa, and my dad, who at that time was at that time he still is, but who was already a big politician in Congo, in Kinshasa, arranged for them to shoot some stuff in the street, security, whatever. And then they came to the family house, and because we live in the hills in Binza, in our house of Yandonge, they came to shoot the view from the home with their team, and then everybody came to dinner. So I had no idea. Merci. I had no idea. Merci beaucoup. Merci. I had no idea at that time that he was that legend, and there were those legends. It's only maybe around in '98 when I did my music Bounce Baby, when I did the song Bounce Baby. They told me, so I didn't even remember, because listen, I was 8 years old when they came to my house, and probably I think they came to my house again after they did their big show in Kinshasa in '87, I think. And that time I was 13, 14. Wait, yeah, I was 13, 14, and again they came to the house to have dinner with my father afterwards, because Jacob and my father are very good friends. And but in '98 I don't remember. So because I grew up listening to kassav, like a lot of us, I kept saying, like, I want to do a rap song, but I want to sample an African group or somebody that I grew up listening to. And obviously Oulé from Kassav was the obvious song. So I was like, okay, I made a rap track but using a zouk sample, because I grew up listening to that music. And I didn't want to do like the Americans, who are all sampling James Brown at that time. I was like, no, I'm gonna sample something from my childhood. So I do Bounce Baby, and everybody at that time was like, oh no, you can't touch that. Like, this is kassav. Like, everybody from the West Indies was telling me that. But that's how I signed to Sony Music. And Dominique Rousseau, who signed me to his label, who was part of a joint venture with Sony Music, told me, yeah, we need the authorization for the song, because you sampled Oulé from Kassav, and yeah, listen, the owner of the song is Jacob. We need his signature as for the sample, and we also need him to agree on the publishing terms, so you can even get some money. Maybe he can give you 5% of the song. We're gonna try to negotiate this. So listen, Jacob's gonna arrive. We need you, because we know you're young. I was probably 20, 25. We know you're young, and you are very bold, and when it comes to your music, you have strong opinions. So we need you to shut up. Let us do the talking, and don't worry. So Dominique used to be the manager of Jacob. So he was telling me, hey, listen, let me handle it. So me, I'm trying to shut up, but I was ready to say, hey, I don't care about your song. If he said anything like, I don't like the song, whatever, or change this, change that, I would be like, oh yeah. But it's still Jacob and his kassav. So I tried to stay very, the most, and I respect my elders. So I was just like, so the night before, I tell my dad, oh, tomorrow I will know if I can use a song that I did for my album. My album is coming out in a month. And I'm meeting Jacob Desvarieux from Kassav. I'm so excited. And my dad says, oh, tell him I said hi. And I'm like, okay, but he's like, no. Tell him that his good friend Edward says hi. I'm like, whatever. Okay. So I arrive at Sony Music, and we go to the big office up there at the president of Sony Music, and there's some champagne. There's like all the assistants are there, and everybody's like, yeah, listen. When Jacob arrived, Kaysha, you just smile and say yes, and don't say nothing else, please. Don't fuck it up. And me, I'm just, oh, don't worry. So Jacob finally arrives. And when he arrives, he's smiling to everybody. He's like, hey, hi. Everybody's like, oh, Jacob, all the Sony Music people, they're like, and I come to him and I say, hi, nice to meet you. My father, Edouard Mokolo Wampombo, says hi. And he's like, Edouard from Kinshasa? And I'm like, yes. And then Jacob is like, yo, you the son of Edouard? Are you the son of my, yo, you should have told me that. Talks to everybody. He's like, do you know his father? Listen. He started telling them stories about Congo, about the shows they did out there, shooting videos in my house. And he was like, wait a minute, you that little kid that was there? Oh, I'm Uncle Jay. Hey, oh, you should, come on, like, give me the papers. And he just signed the papers to my first song, the sample, and he gave me 50% of the rights of the song too. He was like, listen, go ahead, make it happen. Hey, listen, tell your dad that we have to meet at Cœur Samba and we have to go party like animals. Or like, everybody in Sony was like, wait a minute, who's this kid? Who's his dad? And everybody went crazy. And that's how I had my first hit, my first banger. That's how I got my first break. And that's how I met with the generosity of Jacob. And strangely, nobody ever had the, maybe everybody was scared, or maybe he never gave it to the authorization to nobody. I have no idea. But that's how it went for me. And every time I met him, it was like that. Every time I met him, he had millions of stories, funny stories, music stories, lessons. He gave me some of the best lessons as a producer, as the reason we do music and the reason we invest in other artists. He gave me one of the best lessons ever, which was if you produce other people for gratitude, change your job. And I was like, what the hell is he talking about? But I understood later on. And yeah, listen, this is so special when you are lucky to be with legendary people, but they just treat you like their nephew, like family. You don't really realize who you are hanging out with. You are just you're just enjoying the company of a good friend, of somebody who has stuff to teach you, and how somebody is also just enjoying time with you as well.